right, welcome everybody to another episode, Black Families Rising Podcast. My name is Grinder Spencer, aka Grinder, the Strong Dad Coach, here with my co-host, best friend and wife, Jazza Love. And as I said, we're Black Families Rising. Thank you guys for joining us. And we're doing special interviews right now for Juneteenth. So we have another special guest today, Mr. RYAN Ewing. And thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk a little bit about who you are, what you do, what part you're playing in Juneteenth. And so let's get it started. So let's start by introducing yourself and telling us who you are, your organization or business name, and just a brief background story.
Sure. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And
right.
My name is RYAN Ewing. I am the chairman of the Craven County Democratic Party and live right here in New Bern.
Right.
And so we are proud supporters of the Juneteenth festivities that you have going on. And it's a real pleasure to be with you here today.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It means so much to us. So with that being said, let me ask you a question. Why is Juneteenth so important to you?
Well, I think it's important to me personally that President Biden recognized Juneteenth as a national holiday in his first year in office. That was 3 years ago now. That's the first time that the formal sort of governmental seal of approval came with the holiday, but it's clearly been a celebration for many years. As Juneteenth's been recognized for its importance to our country. I mean, we have many holidays that celebrate freedom and liberty, and Juneteenth is among those that are the most important to recognize and understand how freedom in America really means that everyone is free. And having the story of Juneteenth is such an important one to share, and that it took so long for that message to get from action from word to action, that it became recognized around the country. So that's why it's important for both me personally and for the Democratic Party.
Great.
Okay, great.
So I read a little bit about your bio, but I would like for you to just explain a little bit deeper into what you do. I know you had your hands in helping people overcome sentences and things of that nature. So I just want to get a better understanding about that process and the great things that you do for the city of New Bern.
Oh, great. Well, yes, I my professional background is one that's been a variety of things, but for a long time I've been in politics. I've been a political organizer. I've actually worked around a lot of environmental issues and environmental justice and those sorts of things. And after a time, I decided I'd like to do more, and so I went to law school at night to sort of make a midlife career change, and that was about 10 years ago now. And after I got out of law school, my focus changed. I wanted to focus more on civil rights, on litigation. And I became a public defender. And this is back when I lived in Maryland. And so I spent a lot of time working in rural jurisdictions like Craven County on the eastern shore of Maryland, defending clients. That became a real passion of mine. Since moving to New Bern, we're helping my wife's family take care of some health issues. And so we've been here about 3 years, and I've been involved in the party since I moved down. I've been the chair now. I'm going on my second year. And for that time, I've also been involved with the Clean Slate Initiative, which is a bipartisan national nonprofit organization working to automate the record clearance process. And so I think that's what you were asking before about trying to help people get a fresh start. I mean, we're very big on the idea of redemption, giving people a second chance. A person who has either been targeted by the criminal justice system or unfairly caught up on it, or really just caught a charge when they were young and have not been in trouble since, deserve to get that fresh start, to have good employment prospects, to get good housing prospects. And any sort of record can hold you back. A lot of times you can get those records cleared, But if you don't know the process, or it's complicated, or you need a lawyer to do it, sometimes you just can't get it done. So in my day job, that's what we work on. We work on trying to automate that process, make it, again, something the government should do to make us free, right? Like to give people the chance to have a fresh start. And that's what we're doing.
Well, thank you so much for doing that. I myself was one of those young men who got in some trouble growing up. And it did make it hard for me. It was like everywhere I went, it was like having a big F on my chest, you know. And for a while, it made it hard for me to find jobs and stuff like that. But I know a few years back, I heard about the Fresh Start Initiative and stuff like that, things that were going on around here. I actually have a close friend of mine that I grew up with, Corey Purdy, who I know he did some things along that line because he himself had been in some trouble, and he turned himself around, has a nonprofit, and is doing well. And so I really commend you for doing that, and really appreciate that. That is something that's very needed in our community. There's a lot of us who really are striving to do better, want to do better, and just, you know, for whatever reason, things happen, you know. But as you get older, you have a decision to make whether or not you want to be a good person or you want to continue doing the things that you do. So thank you for looking out for the little guy.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah. And so we're just excited. You know, I really come to this podcast as a representative of our local Democratic Party, and we're very excited to be a part of the Juneteenth celebrations. And, you know, we're going to have a table. I think you're going to be able to meet candidates. You're going to be able to talk to our volunteers there, who are really the, you know, local residents who breathe life into our party. We are doing a children's book giveaway. We're doing children's crafts at our tables, and we're going to have like T-shirts and bumper stickers and things available, either giveaway or to sell. So yeah, we'll have a lot of stuff. Look for us there this weekend on Saturday. We'll be happy to see you.
All right, great. Well, we'll be there as well because we're also vendors and whatnot. So, so with that being said, how do you think we can improve ways that we celebrate Juneteenth moving forward?
How to increase the celebrations? Well, having the holidays is a great start, right? Having a federal holiday, day off of work to recognize and to acknowledge what Juneteenth means. I think that New Bern is doing the organization Juneteenth of New Bern has a whole variety of programming, cultural, parade, you know, booths, and celebrating the day itself. I think it's just really tremendous. And, you know, I don't know, you know, apart from being part of the community, celebrating the community, I don't know what more should be done. But I think that making sure that just because it's a federal holiday doesn't mean that every local organization, local employer is going to give the day off. So making sure that the county and the local city employees are also getting the day off, that it becomes a bank holiday, and that all the other folks are being given this opportunity to take this day to commemorate. So we'll continue to advocate for that. But I think just having that recognition is an important one.
That's true.
That's true. That's great. So at this time, we pretty much will allow you to promote anything you would like for the community. You know, I know you're part of the Democratic Party. We have elections and stuff coming up. So I don't know if you want to promote anything in particular other than, you know, you being at the event.
Sure. Well, we do have lots of activities at our local Democratic Party, and it is an election year. So I know a lot of folks, I mean, Juneteenth is a nonpartisan affair, right? Like everybody can celebrate Juneteenth. So I want to make that very clear. We're just happy to be part of that fabric of the community. What we do as the Democratic Party is we have a monthly meeting at our headquarters. Our headquarters is at 1232 South Glen Burnie, right in the Food Lion Shopping Center. Folks can come see us there. We have a meeting every month, the fourth Monday of the month at 6:30. We usually have a guest speaker. We'll have some other activities. You get to meet candidates, that sort of thing. So anybody who's interested, that's a public meeting open to everyone. In addition, we are sending delegates up to the National Convention in Chicago. We've got candidate opportunities, meet and greets, fundraisers. They'll all be on our website, so you can visit that website, cravendemocrats.org, and we'll be listing calendar events and other things of interest. For the election itself, if you want to volunteer, please come by. We have office hours Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Would love to have you pop on in and volunteer. The candidates are out knocking doors and meeting people. We have a great set of candidates this year, running for everything from school board up to state senate, and of course, all of our statewide candidates. So really appreciate the opportunity to promote that and let people know that they can come on by.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for being here. And again, for what you're doing in the community. Right? We really appreciate that. So with that being said, we're going to close it out. And I always let my wife close out because I love the way she does it.
Good man, smart man.
Right.
Hey, happy wife, happy life, right?
That's right. That's right.
Well, we do. Once again, thank you for joining us and sharing time and giving us the opportunity to interview with you. It's been great. It's been a lovely conversation, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the event, and all of your beautiful coworkers and volunteers and all the wonderful people that work together with you to do what you do for Craven County. We appreciate you and your company and your nonprofit. So with that being said, you can find this podcast and other podcasts on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or even on Audible, as well as Amazon Podcasts, and on YouTube and Instagram as well. And we just want to thank all of our listeners for continuing to follow us and giving us the feedback and the love that you have given us so far. And without further ado, we're going to say,
keep striving,
keep rising.
Stack that paper, be faithful to your wife. And if you lock down, Machiavelli, hold your head. If you lock down, Machiavelli, hold your head. The Don Illuminati, all through your body. Watch the word of God blast, 12 gate shot it. And if you lock down, Machiavelli, hold your head. If you lock down, Machiavelli, hold your head. Man, take care of them kids, never give up on them. Take care of them babies, let them know you love them. And if you lock down, Machiavelli, hold your head. If you lock down, Machiavelli, hold your head. No matter how it is, it's a blessing in the skies. No matter how it is, it's a blessing in the sky. Find a way to survive, cause they win when your soul dies. You can't own a child of God with free in the mind. You can't own a child of God with free in the mind. You can't own a child of God with free in the mind. You can't own a child of God with free in the mind. You can't own a child of God with free in the mind. You can't own a child